live with the music, like Alan used to say.
Yeah.
The music is not living. Maybe you should live with it. And I could never understand that when I first got with it. But as time went on, when you get on the stage and you spend time with that music, you feel so confident and so free.
Right.
You can do whatever it is you want to do, and be comfortable. Everybody's not like Clarence Johnson, who could hear anything, to hear the cracks in the wall and all that kind of stuff, and who can remember stuff from, I'll never forget when you said, man, right here, you played this thing in a tune, was somewhere where we played. I said, man, I don't remember that. I said, how long ago was that? It was 10 years ago. I think, Clarence, you the only one can remember what everybody played 10 years ago. There's only one other person that I know like that, and his name is Darryl Winchester. They call him Prime.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about him.
Yeah, he's one of the people like that. He can remember stuff that you did,
That's all right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Clarence Johnson here, and we are talking music with great bassist Chris Severin. You mentioned all of these things about learning and to apply it to your craft. I got to tell you, all the times that we spent on different gigs and stages and tours and just talking about things on the phone, or whether we halfway around the world in Romania somewhere, which we were.
Yeah.
I tell you, I've learned so much from you on how to be a professional, and particularly on how to, effectively conduct recording sessions just by, hanging out with you and talking with you, to the point to where, I was able to produced my own recording session about 10 years ago, which I was very happy to have you be a part of. You played about 3 or so tracks on my Watch and Work CD. So, those are the types of things that, I learned with regard to music, getting the music together, producing, when you have something in your head, to bring that vision, bring whatever you're hearing to life. And with regard to all of the technical things, with regard to the actual engineering and the mic production and mic qualities, studio setup. I've worked in your studio quite a few times. The Music Shed studio that we use for that recording. It was such a great experience, and I owe a lot of what transpired in that session to things that I've learned from you, just watching you and hanging out with you over the years.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what, something else that I learned about, being in a situation like that is we as side men, even though you have a lot of experience in your life, and I have a few things I've done, but I know how to be a side man, and I know how to keep my mouth shut and let the music manifest, let it be what it's going to be, and let the guy who's in charge, give him the opportunity to let his vision live. Here again, that's some Alan Toussaint wisdom, if you don't allow it to happen, you don't know what that what it could be, from a musical perspective. So for me, I've learned how to just keep my mouth shut and listen.
You're right.
If I'm asked, then I'll give some of the advice that I think that will make things move smoothly. But for the most part, I think being quiet in a session, or when somebody's running a band, and allowing their thoughts and their ideas to manifest is very important.
Yeah. And
sometimes that's interrupted when we all have a lot to say because of our experiences, in music. Right. But I think that's something that a lot of us we need to learn, because in places like Los Angeles and New York, a I mean, I've been on the stage and in the studio with some great cats. I was in the studio with Harvey Mason, with Terrence Blanch, and a lot of other big name people, right? And those guys sat there and didn't open their mouth. They let the producer produce.
Yeah.
Let the conductor conduct.
Right.
You know, they let the band leader be the band leader.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, that's why you see those kind of differences in music and those kind of results, because you don't want to kill a great idea before it, you know, before it's even born. You know what I mean? By having, you know, all of these ideas about what somebody else should do. You know,
right?
And I think you should do this. Maybe so, but I want to hear what you think you need to be doing.
That's right.
You know, before. You know, the whole idea is influenced by, you know, somebody saying, well, man, you know, what would be cool? Yeah, that would be cool. But let's see what this is before.
Right.
Because I've been on sessions like, again, here's Alan again, you know, we're in the studio tracking. And before we play one note, you know, I hear some cats, you know, with their jazz understanding. You know, man, what would be hip, man, if we had a 2-5 here and a 2-5 there? And, you know, and Alan would say, well, I remember him asking me, he said, well, Chris, what do you think?
I remember these stories.
Yeah, I said,
these stories.
You know, I think we ought to play the music like you wrote it.
Yep.
You know, and if there's some changes need to be made, then I think you should be the cat who make those decisions, not us. You know, I mean, I don't know how many other guys in this room has got over 40 gold records. So I mean, to me, you know, that's enough for me to keep my mouth shut in any situation and listen and learn. And